Hi, how you doing? My name is Jose Manuel Garcia Bustos, and in this video I will explain some questions about the evidence too and answer it. First of all, this is my institutional ID, but well, I start with the first question. The first question is, in what way would you share or promote your manual of environmental awareness and action to avoid falling into false action or mere symbolic activisms? Well, since I am from a very small city in Veracruz, I should promote it like going to all the schools. I mean, not of them, but some of the in the downtown area, like elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, and share about what is the greenwashing, how you could fall in greenwashing, about the slacktivism, how we sometimes you don't know when you falling into slacktivism. So I think in the school is a really great way because you have a lot of young people like paying you attention and you can explain how you see these kinds of greenwashing advertisements, and you could make dynamics, give some really rewards to pay you attention, or going or asking to ask their parents about his opinion and bring them in the next class. And this is a really simple thing about how you could transmit it without using the social media, because sometimes the social media, you post your manual, and some people that see it just scrolling by in the phone or in the computer. So I think the best way to get know about the manual is not share it in the social media, and that's it. It's really like talk to the people to see how they feeling about this kind of manual. Now, this is the second question. Why do you believe this strategy can generate real change in your community rather than simply creating the appearance of environmental community? Like I say, when you go to schools, the young people put your attention, but sometimes when the topic is really interesting, they really put your attention. So I think this is a great way to transmit the manual and how the greenwashing and selectivism are affecting the real environmental commitments. So probably we'll be going to school, I think, and do that. And sometimes if you wanted to post it in social media, you could not make a really extravagant post, just a simple post. Invite the people to ask questions in forms. So it could be a really good way to share your manual. The next one is about personal dimension. What attitudes or self-justification could lead you to false action? How could you transform them into current and sustained practices? Okay, I think I'm not proud of it, but sometimes I fall into fake news and I repeat it. So I think the best way to, this is a kind of activism where, because some famous people share this opinion and I repeat the opinion. I think it's called ethos. So the best way to make it into a really fundamental opinion is like do a little research, because you don't know if the famous people is saying that because they pay him, like a publishing, a pay ID, or because it's like just a heading post. So when you do a little research, investigate what is the main topic, what is the problem that the people are having, not just the problem. I mean, why is this famous person are saying that in the post. So I think is make a real research, is think if your question is going about how are you, or things like that. The second question is about citizen dimension. What kind of public participation do you consider truly transformative? How would you avoid remaining only at the level of visibility or discourse without real impact? Okay, I think as a citizen, sometimes try to make the change about the on the more famous recycling process, about put the inorganic trash here and put the organic waste here. Finally, all the trash goes in the same place. The trash car. So, and it's not really a recycle facility in the city. So this thing is like it doesn't matter if you recycling all your trash in different ways. because some only on all the trash goes in the trash car, so it's not really important. But I like really some posts, not posts, because actions that the people do in my community, because I'm near a local beach. In this and the beach, when it's not, like summertime or springtime, it doesn't get really, it's really alone. So you see a lot of trash, cup plastics, cup bottles, beer cans, um, and some of the sea trash, you know. So some people goes there and clean the beach without make a really great announcement. Just go to clean it and make a really simple post about you know today I clean the beach, something like that. If you want to come with me, send me a DM. We can make the change together, something like that. Not much you know complicated. So I think this is a really great way to make some actions to make a really good way, a really great thing to environmental. How would you avoid remaining only at the level of visibility? I think when you make a lot of posts about this, or simply some people are saying lies about going to clean the beach. Sometimes are just the photo to Instagram or the photo to every social media. They don't clean anything out at all. I think the best way to avoid it is like take like a really good photos about the clean beach, all the clean beach, and a group of photos for the people that that do the job. I think this is a really great way. Okay, the third question is about consumer dimensions. How can you identify and avoid consumption habits or message disguised as sustainable? Mm, you know, in my manual, if we have a really specific problem about this type. The McDonald's straw. Well, this straws called to be sustainable at all, but in a really recently post, and they publicly say that the paper straw doesn't have any of recycle, and it really just changed the taste of their beverage. So they they dismiss all the good effort about the sustainability. So I think this is a really good David. Just don't believe about the green label the green label. I think this is sustainable because this is a kind of greenwashing. I think it's called greenwash association. So this is a really, how you say it, or sometimes are really sustainable products, but you need to dispose it in a really specific sustainable facility. In some cities doesn't have a sustainable facility nearby, so all goes to the trash can. So it doesn't really do his purpose. Okay, and the last question, professional dimension. How could you integrate sustainability into your future professional practice without turning into an empty label of superficial compliance? Well, I'm a mechatronical engineer, so and my work goes by sustainable powers, like solar, eolica, and something like that. So it doesn't like I make a empty label of the sustainability, but I think a great way to do it is about my practices about my career survey is like creating new ways to package products just on plastic and the boxes, because the plastics is a really great cheap way to package something, but it gets a lot of a lot of waste, and the package are really big and is something unpractical. So the thing I will use probably be like paper 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 boxes or paper kind of things, because I know that the papers are very more or less uh, contaminating than the plastics. I think it's a really great way. Or try to use renewable sources to use to combine to the electrical sources, and those doesn't get any much contamination about the electrical power. And I think that's all right. Yeah, that's all. I hope you like the video, and thanks for watching.